The clock ticked past 3 a.m. Silence cloaked the city. The streets were deserted, and the only sound was the distant hum of a passing car. Inside a beat-up car, three friends hatched a plan. Their voices were hushed, filled with a mix of excitement and fear.
There, a store with no lights. It was perfect. No witnesses, just easy money, or so they thought.
Their target, a small Korean grocery store nestled on a dark corner. It seemed almost too easy. The friends exchanged nervous glances. Doubt flickered in their eyes, but determination kept them going. This was it. No turning back. They had come too far to back out now. The night air was thick with anticipation as they approached. Every step felt heavier than the last. Jimmy clutched his fake gun. It felt real enough in his trembling hands. His heart pounded in his chest. Each beat echoed in his ears, louder than the last. The store loomed before them, its windows dark and lifeless. It was now or never. He felt a chill run down his spine. The weight of their decision pressed heavily on him. Ignoring it, he pushed the door open. The bell chiming announced their arrival. The moment of truth had arrived. The air inside was stale, heavy with the scent of incense. It clung to everything, creating an almost mystical atmosphere that felt both inviting and alien. Shelves overflowed with unfamiliar products, each one a mystery waiting to be discovered. The clutter added to the sense of chaos and wonder. Packages with strange symbols lined the aisles, their meanings lost to those unversed in the language. It was like stepping into another world. Behind the counter stood an elderly woman, her presence adding a sense of history to the place. Her face was etched with wrinkles, each line telling a story of years gone by. Her eyes, however, were filled with surprise. She stared at them, fear creeping into her gaze as if she sensed something was terribly wrong.
Money! The demand was sharp, cutting through the heavy air.
He snarled, brandishing his fake gun with a menacing expression, trying to instill fear. The woman trembled, her eyes darting to the back room, seeking help or an escape. A moment later, an old man emerged, his face a mask of confusion, trying to understand the commotion. He mumbled something in Korean, his eyes widening as he saw the gun, realizing the gravity of the situation. Jimmy repeated, his voice shaking with fear.
Money, now!
The old woman surprised them. She threw back her head and laughed, a high-pitched cackle that echoed through the store. Her husband joined in, his laughter deep and resonant. The friends exchanged uneasy glances. This wasn't the reaction they had expected.
Let's get out of here now.
They turned to leave, but the door wouldn't budge at all. It was locked. They whirled around, panic rising in their throats. The old couple was gone. The laughter, however, continued to echo around them hauntingly. They were trapped, ensnared in a place that defied logic and reason. Each attempt to escape led them back to the store's dimly lit interior, a maze with no exit, a nightmare with no end. Then, as quickly as they had vanished, the old couple reappeared behind the counter, their presence as unsettling as the store itself. They were smiling, their eyes cold and empty, devoid of any warmth or humanity. The old man produced a knife from his robe, its blade glinting ominously in the dim light. He sliced his hand, letting the blood drip onto the counter, each drop echoing in the silence. Then, with a deliberate slowness, he began to write on the glass wall, the blood smearing into words that seemed to pulse with a life of their own.
For a small fee, welcome to eternity, he announced, his voice dripping with malice. At the count of 3, pain and immortality, he continued, his words a chilling promise.
The couple began to clap, once, twice. Each clap resonated with a finality that sent shivers down their spines. On the third clap they vanished, the store plunging into darkness, an abyss that swallowed all light and hope. The only sound was the terrified screams of Jimmy and his friends echoing into the eternal night, a symphony of despair. The next morning, the sun rose to reveal the Korean grocery store open for business. As if nothing had happened. Inside, a new painting hung on the wall, its presence both beautiful and horrifying. It depicted Jimmy and his friends, their faces frozen in expressions of terror, joining the other souls trapped within the painting, a testament to their eternal agony. Their laughter echoed, a chilling reminder of their eternal sentence, a haunting melody that would never fade.